My name's Logan Couch, and this is video log number 2. Some of the cultural differences that you noticed or influences that you could see within the video was the British guy. You could tell that he didn't understand the slang from Americans, but at the same time, Ellen DeGeneres couldn't really understand the slang either, just because it was a younger person's slang. So that was some of the differences in the slang compared to gender. Because she's a woman, she might have had more trouble understanding the slang for her age and her gender. Some of the other cultural differences you could see was Ellen DeGeneres started singing a song that was from America that he had no idea what it was, and so while she was singing it, I'm sure most of the crowd could probably sing with her to that whole song, but at the same time, he's probably never heard that song in his life before. So I guess that would be some of the other cultural influences that happen within that video. I couldn't really tell much of a difference between genderal influences, just because the way Ellen DeGeneres kind of presents herself is very kind of masculine, because she's very confident in the way she speaks, and it was kind of the same way for the British guy, because he is a male, I guess. You couldn't really tell much difference between the way they talk. They both seem confident, and they both kind of talk the same way, just because it was an interview, I guess. But there wasn't much for gender influences in this video, I don't think. After reading all the chapters and everything, I still feel like the way I'll use slang and everything won't be much different, because it kind of all depends on who you're with and the area that you're at, that you use different kind of slang. When hanging out with my friends and everything, of course, when you use the kind of slang that they do, like dude, bro, like that's cool and stuff like that. I try to use less slang when I'm at work or whatever, just because you want to be more professional. You don't want to sound unintelligent or anything, so you use less slang there. Slang is a good way to kind of make you who you are, because everybody has their different kind of slang, I guess you could say. Slang is a big part of my day-to-day way of speaking, my language, I guess you could say. So I don't feel like, even after reading the chapters, it is going to change much. I still feel like slang should be a part of your vocabulary, because it kind of makes you who you are. So I guess I could say that knowing what I know after reading the chapters, that slang could make you look worse or unintelligent, so using less of it's probably a good thing. But at the same time, the way generations come through kind of just molds to your generation, the slang that people say, and it kind of gets picked up by even adults and everything, so they can speak slang too, and they'll understand it, even though the people on the video didn't really understand it very well, which I thought was kind of funny. But I think that just kind of shows how language changes and communication changes over time, and it's not always going to stay the same.